Okay, I want to make a new recording, and yeah, I don't know if you can hear. You probably can't through this thing, but actually, I'll take it outside so you can hear. And this is timed to something I've done. I'm sure you can hear that. That's my usual noise campaign. It's been going on since I've got home. But what I want to get into is how I recently got a comment and they were saying, oh, well, you live near where all the ambulances go, so it's perfectly normal for there to be lots of sirens. Yeah, now and again, but the thing is, I've been sat out this afternoon and there's been siren after siren after siren. That's like the seventh one this afternoon, okay? So you're telling me that people are... Well, basically, I'll say I've sat out for about 40-50 minutes and about 5 sirens came past. You know, about... And this is what the technique they do is there'll be space between about say 5 minutes, 10 minutes apart. So I had about 5 or 6 sirens, sometimes from multiple angles, go past one after the other. So are you telling me that someone is getting injured every 10 minutes? No, that just doesn't make any sense. Even in a city, people do not get injured every 10 minutes like that. And this has been going on at some point before I started talking about this. This was every day. It was every day like this. So are you telling me that every single day that people are getting injured? There'd have to be a riot going on for that to be even logically possible. So you can't tell me that this is ordinary. And I've lived here for since 2013, and the first year I moved here, none of these sirens were like this. There was the odd one, yeah, there was the odd one now and again, but now it's constant noise, constant sirens, and this is the noise campaign. But you see, the thing is, I've heard it all over Sheffield increase, so I don't know if this is some kind of psychological campaign that's being done. One thing I have noticed is after something's happened, like crimes, there was a lot of armed robberies about a year or so ago, and after that happened, there'd be tons of sirens. And I noticed that after something, say a stabbing or something happened, there'd be tons of sirens. So I don't know if it's some kind of psychological tactic to kind of, I guess in their view, to put fear in those that did it. But I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is. It could be, if it's some kind of psychological warfare tactic that's being used. So whenever there's a crime wave, they will have tons of sirens in the area the crimes happened. That's some kind of psychological campaign. Either way, it should not be being done, and it especially should not be being done because not only are you irritating, well, that's debatable if you're irritating the people that did it, but you're irritating everyone in the area. So, but that's just one of my first. But I know the sirens have been targeted towards me for whatever reason. As one of the first things I noticed in my targeting, along with the multiple lights and car headlights, one light burns out, one brake light burns out, and orange lights. The main thing I noticed in my targeting was targeting by ambulances and paramedic vehicles. As soon as I got to my bus stop, I used to do a course, and I've got footage of when I was there. And as soon as I went to get the bus to go to this course, I would have an ambulance or 2 ambulances race past. And this happened every single time that I went on this course. I would get 2 ambulances go past my bus on the way there, and then I would have 2 ambulances go past my bus on the way back. Every single time. And not only that, they would race past outside the building. And this carried on happening until I started filming it. And then they kind of cut it back because that's, one thing that they do is they cut it back when you start filming it, or they'll change tactics because they don't like it. They're not, if they're going ridiculous, if they're going ridiculous with it like they were towards the start of my targeting. Once you start filming it, they're going to tone it down a bit. So I've just got back off holiday and I've been to Wales. I was targeted a bit there, but they found it difficult because I didn't take my phones. But they still managed it now and again. Right, but, I enjoyed myself. After that, I guess this is them kind of trying to do a shock campaign with me coming back. So as soon as I'm coming back today, I get like a woman pulls in her car. As soon as I get up these steps, which I walk up, a woman pulls in right next to me. Just pulls in, and this happens a lot. When I leave this area, I will always have cars pull in where I'm walking, coming back or leaving. They'll pull in at the side, or they'll drive past me multiple times. It always happens. So, this happens. Then I get a guy on a moped. So I'm going down the street. I look to my right, and there is a man with one hand in his pocket. In fact, two men came with one hand in the pocket. But there's a man up this street with one hand in his pocket and a moped coming down with the... It's not the same guy I usually get, but it had an owl sticker. So this guy on the moped comes down, goes past, and I ignore him, right? So I ignore him. But I guess they didn't get the reaction that they wanted, so he starts gesticulating and waving his arms and turning and looking over his shoulder. And there was no one there but me, so I get it's to give me the feeling like he's got a problem with me. So, I'll just carry on walking down the street and I'll say, fucking idiots, like that, but he couldn't have heard me. I just muttered it to myself. So I'm going down the street and he comes around for another pass. There's like looped round, back round the roads, passes me again. I'm just looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? You fucking retard, what the fuck are you doing? Like that. I just didn't even say a word, but I'm looking at him like, what the fuck, man? And he just goes past and that's it. But this is what they do. This is the intimidation, and they want to get a reaction out of you. And if they don't get a reaction out of you, then I guess they get pissed off. So he's gesticulating and waving his hands at me. But, fuck you. That's how I feel. But, I'm still doing what I do, and I'm happy, man. I feel good, man. I've had a good time the last few days. Been by the sea. Been enjoying myself, man. But yeah, I guess this is the shock campaign that they're trying to do to, I guess in there. Pardon me. So that wasn't intentional. It was a lot louder than I thought. But either way, that's how I feel about you perps. But yeah, sorry about that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I guess this is their way of trying to do a shock campaign, like saying, yeah, we're gonna do it now, you're back, kind of thing. But I'm really sick of your bullshit, and it's pathetic, really. It's nothing, man. It's nothing. It is nothing. But as I was saying on the Sirens, you cannot tell me that it is perfectly normal for sirens to be going down the same road, sometimes for like 20 times in an afternoon, after a break of about 10 minutes. It's just not normal. It just doesn't make any sense. You cannot tell me someone is having an emergency every fucking 5 or 10 minutes, even in a fucking city. You can't fucking tell me that. You just can't tell me that. So that's just my opinion on it, and yeah, that's all I gotta say, really. So yeah, God bless, and that's it.